Okay, this is Ceramics 1, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a lid and a lid collar, this part right here, so that your lid will interlock on top of your pinch pot. And again, you already did a foot for your pinch pot so that heat can pass underneath it. So what you're going to need today is your pinch pot with an opening that needs to be circular. So you need to make sure that you have the opening the same consistency before you decide to move forward with the lid. You're going to need some slip, which is just clay plus water. And I like to use the wooden modeling tool and the fettling knife. So you're going to take your clay and you're going to wedge it on the damp surface. And you need probably a small handful of clay. You can always have too much. You can never have too much. And you're going to be using this part of your hand to really pound out the clay. And we're going to make a pancake to start with. So go ahead and you'll be pounding down. I really like pancakes. They're pretty yummy. Take a second and flip it. And we're trying to make it about the thickness of a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch. And have it be consistent all the way through. When you think that you've reached that consistency of about a 1/4 inch thickness, you're going to take your pot and you're going to flip it upside down. You're going to set it right on top of it. The next thing you're going to do is take your fettling knife and you're going to cut it on a bevel, which means the knife isn't going to be straight up and down, it's going to be angled. Then you're going to follow the contour of your piece and gradually start to cut. Keep going through and around it. Then you're going to remove the clay around it. Let's just go ahead and lift up the piece. Be really gentle with your lid. It's probably pretty soft. And this is it upside down. Let's see what it looks like when you gently put it on top of it. So what you're looking for here is that side profile. That's a beveled edge right there. And you're immediately going to want to smooth all of the rough edges, but don't do that quite yet. The next part is just to gently flip it upside down. And you need to determine the opening right here for your lid collar. So you're going to roll another coil, which is just the long rope of clay. I need to wet my surface again because it started to dry. And wedge it again. It needs to be real soft. Coils like to break a lot because they're thinner. So you want to make sure that you always have lots of water with your coils. Mine's sliding around right now. Maybe too much water on the table. Let's move it somewhere drier. There we go. So the thickness of your coil is probably going to be about the same thickness as like a pen or a pencil. And it should be in proportion, looks-wise, to your opening of your actual pinch pot. Whoops, this is what happens when you wear jewelry. Gets stuck in there. So right now we need to determine what size this lid collar, again the lid collar is this, should be. You can either measure it or you could do like I do and just eyeball it. Definitely smaller. So again you can see in here, smaller than the opening. And the purpose of that lid collar is again so your piece doesn't slide off. Your lid doesn't slide off of your pinch pot. So it's fitted. That looks about right. Let's go back to our lid and set it here. Today's a great day to attach this because our clay is of the same wetness. So we're just going to do the same thing we did, but we're not going to need to slip and score because the clay is of the same wetness. So you're just going to go ahead and blend it like we did before. I'm using again the wooden modeling tool. I'll just do this side for you so you can see that. And then you're going to slide side to side to smooth that out. Do the same thing on the inside right there, and that will get you started. You'll still need to do a lid right here. A simple dot lid's kind of boring. I bet you could come up with something more exciting. So try and think of something more exciting for your lid as long as it functions. And as this becomes leather hard by tomorrow, it will be easier to fix the sides to make it more stable so that it's circular. So it takes time, and our lid collar will fit in right there. So that's how you do a lid and a lid collar for your beginner pinch pot.